What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be playing against Martin blindfolded, or using the blindfold mode on chess.com. I'm actually going to be looking at the board because I have to move the pieces and then I have to see what Martin does, so I'm going to see the highlighted squares, but other than that I won't be able to see any of the pieces. So it's not exactly blindfolded, but about as close as I can get while still being able to record the video myself. Now, what I'm going to do for you guys to follow along is I'm going to have the eval bar on there. And I'm also going to put down in the bottom right corner, you're going to see an actual board with the moves that we're making, but that's not going to be visible to me while I'm playing. That's just going to be something I add in editing the video after the fact. Okay, so you guys will be able to see it, but I won't have that available. Now, there is going to be the notation popping up, I believe, over here on the side. I'm not going to be looking at that unless I get stuck for whatever reason, forget the position, and I need to remind myself about something, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Now, I have not played blindfolded in many, many years, so this could be interesting, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So, having said that, here we go. Good luck, Martin. And I'm going to start with e4. And, okay, it's kind of subtle there, but you can see he played e5. So, let's just keep it simple, and we'll go with the bishop's opening, bishop to c4. He's copying me. Okay. I know for a fact that the best move here, I believe, is queen to g4. So I'm going to play queen to g4. He plays knight to f6, which is not a good move because he leaves the pawn undefended. So I'm going to take that. And I'm also threatening checkmate here on f7. Let's see what he's going to do. Ooh, Martin. He played a7 to a5. So that just leaves checkmate because my bishop is sitting here. My queen is here and it's not defended. So we can take that. And there we go. That was pretty easy. All right, since that was super easy and really fast, let's actually go ahead and change the bot. And let me try with a slightly more difficult bot and see how we do. Let's go for Oliver's 550. Let's go Aaron. Kareem. Let's try Kareem. He's rated 850. We'll play against Kareem. So let's choose Kareem. And here we go. All right, so we'll try this again, and hopefully Kareem puts up a better fight. All right, so let's go e4. He played f5. Oh my. All right, well, I think we're just supposed to take that. Plays knight to f6. Okay. What should I do? Probably just d4 is a good move. Let's play d4. e6. Okay. So, do I want to take that? Or just play bishop d3 to defend it is what I'm thinking about. We'll just take it. We'll just take it. Okay, he takes me back. All right. So I know we have a good position. I think I just want to develop my pieces. So let's just play knight to f3. He played queen to d5. So one of the things about blindfold chess is you have to kind of just keep reminding yourself where the pieces are. So that's kind of just what I'm doing now. Like, which pawns have been traded. Like, I know that the f pawn is gone. There's a pawn here, but there's not a pawn here. You know, the knight's here, the queen's here. I have a pawn and a knight. That's basically it. So I want to attack the queen, I think. So I'm going to play knight to c3. Okay, he leaves the queen in pre, and we see the eval bar jumping up. Excuse me. So, all right, I'm going to take the queen. He takes back with the knight. Okay, so we've got a knight here, a knight here. The pawn is here, and then I have my pawn and my knight. So, probably a good move would be bishop b5. We'll just pin the knight. He goes bishop d7, okay. And I think I just want to castle. So I'm just going to kind of remind myself where the pieces are. So his queen is gone. He's got a bishop. He's got two knights here and a pawn. And I have a bishop, a knight, and a pawn, basically. And, all right, I'll castle. Plays a6. Okay, let's go ahead and trade. I'm ahead material, so trading is good. Okay, so we got the pawn here. He's got a knight and a bishop. He's got a pawn, pawns like this, like this. There's a bishop back here, and his king and the rooks. And I have a pawn and a knight, and I'm castled. I think I just castled. Yeah, so probably, what's a good move? see. This knight has already been traded. So I have a bishop here still, and a queen and a rook. Okay, let's bring my rook. Let's bring my rook to the center. He moved his knight back. Okay. So there's nothing defending that pawn because his bishop's over here. So I could take the pawn. I mean, I may as well do that, right? He unleashed his bishop. I don't really care about that. And his bishop is stuck. His king is here. Okay, yeah. So we'll take the pawn. He castles. Okay. So now the king is here. The rook is here. Bishop's still here. Knight, bishop, rook. Those are the major pieces. His pawns are like this and this. And I have a pawn, and I have my rook and my knight and my queen and my bishop and my rook. And some other pawns. Okay. So probably need to develop this bishop. And we could go here. We could attack the knight, and it's pinning it to the rook there. That looks like a good move. We'll play bishop g5. He goes back to g8. So that's giving me the rook. So I'm going to take that. He takes it with the king. Okay. So he only has 2 bishops, a knight, and a rook left. They're all over here, and then some pawns. And I have my rook, pawn, a knight, a queen. So what do I want to play? Yeah, I think it's actually slightly easier looking at the board than just doing it entirely in my head. But it's different. It's actually kind of weird. It's hard to explain. But I do like that, like looking at the board, I can just like click the squares, which actually is kind of nice to remind me. In my brain, I just have to just remember. So it's a little bit different. Anyway, let's think. Okay, we already traded the bishop. So what pieces do I have left? I have a rook, a queen, a knight, another rook. His bishop's here, here, and here. He's got a rook over there in the corner, I think. Okay. I want to get the queen in to try to deliver checkmate. Oh, I could play d5 to chase the bishop away. Or I could just bring my knight in. Maybe we just bring the knight in. Maybe that's a nice idea. Let's go knight e5. Okay, he moves away. I feel like we can get checkmate pretty soon. Let's see. What do we need to do with the queen? Queen to h5. The idea is, and I can't go there yet. Oh, you know what I could do? Let's see. Can I go here and fork these guys? My rook's going to be attacked. That's okay. Yeah, let's go to f7. We'll fork. He doesn't even go for my rook. So I'm going to take his rook in the corner. He moves the knight. So he's got a knight, a bishop, and a bishop. And his king's on c8. And okay, so I don't want to go there because the knight would take me. I could actually just sacrifice that just to kind of clean up everything. And then get my queen out. I don't have to do that. I could also play, what could I play? Move like c4, hoping he takes it, then the rook can come over, and we get an attack that way. All right, you know what? Let's just take the knight. We'll get rid of that. He's going to take me. And now I can bring the queen out and clean everything up, I think. Oh, actually, let's play c4. We'll set a little trap here. Let's play c4. And if he takes it, he didn't take it. Okay, his bishop is still sitting here. So his bishop's here, his bishop's here. All right, I'm going to take this one. He took me. Okay. So he's got a pawn, 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 bishop, pawn, pawn. I think both of those pawns are there, and his king's on c8 because he moved it after the fork to c8. So this is all he has left. I've got a knight sitting in the corner. I've got my queen here. Takes. Okay. Let's bring my knight back here. Maybe we can trade off the bishop. Oh, he had a pawn here. Right. His pawns were here and here. I forgot about that, actually. Because I sacrificed the rook. Okay. So I can take his bishop. So let's do that. All right, he has no more pieces left. He only has pawns. He's got a pawn here, and here, and here. And he moved that one. So it's here, and here, I think. And I've got a queen and a rook. And I think that's all I have left, right? Queen and a rook. I sacrificed that rook. I traded that bishop. Yeah, I believe that's all I have. Okay. Which is, I mean, obviously it's plenty. So let's go queen. Let's go queen h5. He's going to push that. I don't really care. Let's take this one. Moves over, right? He's got this pawn. This is actually like the hardest part of the game for me, guys, because something about early in the game, you have lots of clumps of pieces together. So your brain just kind of remembers like, oh, the knight was next to the pawn, which is next to the rook. You know, everything's like connected. Now it's like sort of scattered. It gets much more difficult. So I really have to like go back and remind myself where everything is. Sorry, I'm getting pop-ups over here. So the king is here. The pawn is here. The pawn is here. The pawn is here. And I think there's one over there. I took this one already. My queen is sitting here. So he just moved over. All right, we should be safe to bring the queen down here. He's going to move that. I need to get my rook involved, so let's bring the rook over here. Let's bring the rook down here, and now we have checkmate here. Cool. All right, so that was more of a game. It is a little bit easier with the board, like I said, being able to kind of like highlight and remind myself of things, but basically it's the same concept. If in my head I just have to kind of keep mentally going through, okay, what was the last move? Right, he moved the bishop there and he moved the knight there, and that's kind of the process. I'm not you know, the greatest blindfold player. Some of the top grandmasters who are really good, they're so quick with blindfold that like if you watch Hikaru or some of these guys play, sometimes they'll look off, and that's what they're doing. They're in their head, they're analyzing a certain line, which personally, I usually just stick at the board. Like I'm looking at the board while I'm doing it. But I think there is value to be had in doing it blindfold if you can, because sometimes when I'm looking at the board, I will make mistakes because there's a piece that actually moved, but since it didn't move on the board, I forget about it and I end up thinking that it's still there when actually it wasn't. If you do it in your head, the pieces just clear themselves out of the way. If you've ever seen that scene from Searching for Bobby Fischer, that's kind of what he's trying to teach him. Like he just clears the board away and then you have to do it blindfold. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different, and let me know your thoughts and if you want to see more of something like this or whatever. But I will see you guys next time. As always, stay sharp, play smart, and take care.